Hello everyone, I'm Rob Smith of the Smiths in the Black channel here at Ticker Talker with the Strat Time Report, and we've got a Monday. So what's going on? We got a shortened week. It's only going to be on. We're closed for the 4th of July holiday on Friday, so we are also coming into the end of the month. We're also coming into the end of the quarter. That's very important to understand. All right, going forward, because if we go back to this quarter and you go back to the SPY, you can see on the lower middle, right here, was when the new quarter started, and you can see what happened, right? Boom, right? All the way back up. So you had the initial quarter here, big dumper, but then when it changes, that's what you want to know. So now that we're starting off a new quarter, you're going to see this. We're closer to taking out the monthly lows. That doesn't mean we're going to do it, but you can also see these 3 months completely inside these 2 months. This is going to be an inside quarter. So for a major move, we would need to take that or that out, right? But if we can take this out, then we can start coming back through and try and go after that. That would be fun, but there's a whole lot's got to happen for that to happen. Right now, on the opening, what we did in the upper middle was we took out the inside week slightly and then come back, right? That puts us slightly into conflict here because we took out the lows. Now, we could go an outside week, but we got a shortened week to do that. Another thing you want to look for, like on the opening, is a divergence with broader averages. And what I mean by that is right out the chute, they tried to take down the Qs, right? So the Qs, right on the opening, if you go lower left, here, right up on the opening, did this, started to tank, right? And so at first it looked like we might have full-on tech wreck and maybe they're going to bring this market in a little harder. But when you look at the other ones, right, you'll see that the diamonds didn't do that. They went up, right? And you had mini mines going up. You had Cat Tractor going up. Boeing gapped up. So it's telling us the Dow was not going to go down, right? It's like, so that's where you get that cues to come back. And if you go to the SPY again, do we talk about broadening formations? I think we do. Let's take a look here. Remember on Friday, this 2-2 reversal here, boom. Now, on the opening, outside bar, so here's your lower level broadening formation within here. So we want to see if this thing comes back up through this stuff. And if you go to a 5-minute, you're going to see this. Clear as day. Like so, here. You can shrink that down. Now you can look at this. This is the 5-minute triangle I drew last week. It goes down to here and then comes right back up to it right now. Now trying to get through it. But if I can blow this up for you, here. You can see this and here. This comes up, comes back down in the 5-minute. That's a 2-2 reversal right there. Right? So they tried to take the SPY down too. But then once you go outside bar, right, you can't change that. Then you might go back up and do it again, which it did here. 2-2 reversal on the 5er and all the way back up, right? So now we're in this situation here. We want to see if that continues up, and we're going to watch on a Monday. The monthly and the week, or the daily and the weekly and the 60 all start to the same, and so we're starting all new continuity levels. But right now they're still trying to bring them back. So if we go to BLDP here, and so this is a combination you want to look for. Okay, right now bringing up some of these pandemic stocks, some airlines, Wynn Resorts. Just want to mention that while I'm talking, so in case you want to jump on that. But you can see here in the upper middle, the inside week, right? And that broke here, 1438. But it's already in the inside on the day. If you go to the upper left, inside day broke at 1402. That's a combination, and you can see that puts all time frames green. You can take either of those shots right there. BLDP. We'll see if that sets up again, and then another continuation pattern you want to look for is this right here. Spikes into the highs, shooter back down, stop out the type stops, and back on our merry way. And you can see how it goes right there, 1536. So even if you miss those initial breaks, that's how you get in on that one. If you take a look at Ulta here real quick, I've been talking about this one all month. So here, Ulta, you look at the monthly here in the lower middle, right? And once it starts going red and coming back to previous range, right, we're looking to go outside month, which we got this morning. And if you go to the daily, you're going to see this on the upper left, the inside day continuation. Boom, today stops them all out, So here you can see this higher highs and lower lows here. Boom, 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 boom. Now, look at this on the 15 minute. The outside bar countered by hammer, 3, 2, 2. This is going to be a compound 3. If this was one bar, it'd be an outside bar of that. And this is how we say country and western, let's go the other way. Boom, there. Because once it's an outside bar, it might do it again, just like I showed you in the 5-minute SPY, right? Okay, we got NVAX. NVAX. And so when you see this window here that I'm showing you, and I'll go through some of this stuff too, that's for people that aren't going to be on the channel all day, right? And so if you just pop in and be like, hey guys, what you looking at? That. And so when you have other people be like, is it a buy or sell? We know, based on all these things I'm showing you, what to look for, right? We know that. Okay, so NVAX, once again, upper left. Here's that pattern we look for. You take out the high of the previous bar. You take out the low, and then you take this out. And then these two are now an outside bar of that. So we'll see if this sets up again. You can see in the 15-minute, it's come in a bit on the reversal. So we'll see if that goes inside in the 15 and can pop back up. Let's see what it looks like on the 30. Now you might even cook an inside 30, and we'll see how that goes. Right now, broader average is stalled, but firm near the highs. If we go to Facebooky, remember Friday, we knew all about that, right? Then it gaps down, right? And as you can see here, we still might be a compound 3 in the month in the lower middle, but if you go in the upper middle, outside weak and now coming back through, that could go outside and outside again, right? When you have all time frames green, or you could turn that baby back green. And so if you look down here in the 30-minute, you're going to see this. And when you trade the strat, you're going to get stopped out. All right, we got some new highs kicking in here right now. And the NASDAQ looks like the Qs, and I'll get to that in a second. You're going to get stopped out. So let's say that this is a 2 down on the 30, and you take this 2-2 up, right? And it goes up, and it comes back in and stops you out. That's okay. What's this? Shooter, hammer, boom. Compound 3 of that. Now you're back in, and she's rolling along. Also want to look for stuff like this. Anybody taking out last week's highs, because a lot of things are not near doing that, right? And so you have IAC. It's exhaustion risk because you're going into new highs. Still bright green on the month, running out a month. Green on the day, and then you can go down to here, and you'll see if you get an inside 30, like so here at the top of the top of the hour. Yeah. And also, you want to know what stocks trade together. So IAC, whenever you see that, you know to look at Match.com, and they're going to be very similar. You see. And so right now, seeing if they can get the inside 30s. We got Tesla coming up. Elon Musk's birthday over the weekend. And so here you still, on the upper middle, you can see this. Potentially outside day. If it can take out 995, and it was just shy, but it's close to being an outside day. And if so, you can go upper middle. We're looking to take out this. The inside week to reconfirm the lower middle. Inside month, you're just running out a month. As you can see right now, like a lot of things, potentially going inside on the 30. BCI, one of our pals from the last few weeks. And you can look at this on the monthly. Look at this inside month here in the bottom. That's triggered over 750. And so all month, that's good. Anytime you can get these signals. So here, you can see on the 30-minute right here. You take out the high, you take out the low, and then boom, here comes your compound 3. Boom. And then even if you get out here and you look for another setup, that's fine, because if you go up to the upper left, you're going to see the inside day up. Now it goes into exhaustion once it takes this out, right? Because this is directional, up, inside, and up. But this thing's certainly moving around enough to keep an eye on it. We also have some crude coming up. UCO, and you can see this here, upper left. Day and up, so we'll see if that can get anything going. So if we go through some of this stuff over here, the reason we're watching this, right, to help you out, SHLL, and you can see that gaps up, and we'll see now it comes back in, but that just is a gap, and we're disseminating that. We can take this either way. So you can see in the lower left, the inside 30 back down, goes up, exhaust, 2, 1, 2 back down. If you go to a 60, you'll see this. Right here, your 2-2 reversal back down. And because it's a gap up there, we can trade that either way. If you look at ZS starting to come back off the 60, but the reason we were watching this was the outside day upper left, taking that down, and inside weak to the downside. So if this thing triggers on the 60 another sell signal, that's something we'd want to know about. FSLY, inside 60 in the lower left, and you can see that goes outside on the day, and that was fast, but that was a beautiful one. I'll tell you that. I think it was a fiver, even a 15. Yeah, it was pretty quick on the 15, but that was real nice. Anyway, so if we get here, once again, red on the week and now an outside day, so we'll see if this inside breaks to the downside. Right now, the broader average is holding firm, so we'd want to see one of those reversals on a 30 or 60 in the broader averages to try and kick some of this stuff in. Some of these high flyers, you got QDL here, QDEL, and you can see in the upper left, potential outside day. That's something we'd want to know about, right? Because we know outside bars exist and maybe come all the way through this stuff. And if so, if you go upper middle, potentially outside week, whenever you gap up on a Monday and you start coming in, now you're potential outside weeks. So keep an eye on. Taking profits in a lot of these high flyers, Docu. And Docu would still be an inside day and inside week, but you can see here in the 60, right out the chute, here's your profit taken right there. Boom. Good morning. I call this a pivot machine gun back through the previous range, and that's something you'd want to know about. Going back up to the list here, ZM, and ZM taking out yesterday's lows and in the middle, last week's lows, right? So that's a 2-2 reversal for the week, right? Below 247.29. That's something you're going to want to know about. Now, it's going to be a tough time on the monthly, not going inside month, even if it does. But you can see there's enough action in this during the day that you can still take that. Beyond the meat. And beyond the meat, the reason we're watching this is inside day to the downside per the weekend video. It stalls out. Now you can see it's trying to come back in the lower left as the inside 60 reversal back up. So some of these things either ways. Like I said, I'm watching some pandemicers coming up here a little bit. EXPE, some of the airlines. You got Alaska Airlines. You got Wynn Resorts. How's Marriott doing? There's an outside day for Wynn Resorts. Marriott here, already an outside day. So some of these pandemicers trying to come back in, but really waiting for more of a major signal on the 60s. You've got Amgen. And Amgen here on the upper middle taking out last week's lows, and upper left yesterday's lows, Friday's lows, and now skirting near the lows, right? That's something we want to keep paying attention on. So on Monday, like we keep going back and forth on any time that these futures start to go up or down. And when you have a reversal, that's when you start to see a little more of the natural buying and selling weakness to see if some of this tech stuff like TWLO here was just profit taking, or they really want to start hitting these things by taking out last week's lows, or is it just a little bit of profit taking to start the week? Now you might have an inside week in TWLO. We were watching GH here, and you can see this now on the lower left, inside 60 the upside. If we can get that to reverse, if you go to the weekly, you're going to see this in the upper middle, inside week shooter. And so this would be in trouble for the week if it gets below 78.26. Right, so you're right about there right now, but like I said, future's still holding somewhat firm. We could use a little shake and bake over there to figure out which ones we're going to go after here. No hurry on a Monday, and like I said, if you could go to the SPY here, you can watch this. The color of the 60 and which side is it taken out. You've got Facebook going on the highs as I speak. Boing here. This is what we look for on a gap. The inside 60 takes it down. RevStrat. 1, 2, 2. And triggers off the 2230. See that? And that's how you do it. It's not that hard, folks. You just got to keep paying attention and take these setups. All right? Remember, so we got a short week. We've got a new month. We got a new quarter. All that kind of fun stuff. And let's take a look. You got a little bit burritos coming up here, too. Why not see what's going on here? There's your outside day. So be mindful of what's going on here, what I just showed you. SHLL. Boom. Take her back up now. Let's go the other way for the 2230 reversal off the inside 15er. Right there. There you go. And there's your reversal back higher. And we call that country and western, making money on the long and the short side in the same vehicle in the same day. All right. That's going to do it for today. I'm Rob Smith of the Smith in the Black channel here at Ticker Talker with the Strat Time Report.